stone throw away from the Queen's Park Savannah. So that was my playing field. Now you go by the Queen's Park Savannah. There's no one in there. Years ago we needed space. You couldn't get space to play. So it tells you something about the interest that the young people got in their head.
Yes.
You know. So
well, again, you were around a lot of people in what some folks like to think was a bad area, but you were around people who cared about community.
Yeah.
And this is the giving back. This is the giving back we're talking about.
Yeah.
But some of those early days, I just want to reflect on this because I'm just curious.
Right.
So you went to school. Somebody who picked you up at 9 years old. I mean, you started showing your power there. But I mean, who pointed you out to the school? I mean, you led the school to a championship and stuff. Tell me about that.
That Richmond Street Boys. That
Rich, yes,
corner of
yes,
Richmond
yes.
and Duke Street. I think what happened. My elder brother was playing for the first team. In those days, you had a very well organized primary school league where you had North versus South and South versus East, and then you could have picked a national team from that.
Okay.
So it had structure in the football. And so I, like my other two brothers, just came to the light. We had players like Latapy, Russ Latapy went there, and his father, his brother, and his brothers. I played with his elder uncle, and also you had the Gomaldo brothers who went there. So you had Gwenwyn Cost. So this school produced a lot of national players.
Yes.
So what happened is that when my term, and you see, when these guys were going to the Savannah to play football, they had to come up Dundonald Street, and I used to be through the window as a little kid, admiring these guys going up to the Savannah, the soccer shoes in the hand and the shirt and the cool colors on.
Yes.
And I am saying to myself, one day I'm going to do that. And one day they stole me from through the window and took me to the Queen's Park Savannah.
Yep.
And because I think one of the players didn't show up.
Somebody short.
And I got it. I got in there, and that was it.
I want to do a quantum leap. I mean, we could spend a lot of time talking about this. Just that you know what we're talking about.
Right.
We're talking about the Galley Football Finishing School. I'll give you the dates for that and so on. But go to Facebook. Go to Facebook right now and put Galley SFFS. If you do that, that's a finishing school, and you will get all the information you need on that. I want to go into Ron Lafferay. Whatever happened to Ron?
Ron is part of the school.
He's part of the school also.
Yeah, Ron was one of the best finishers we had in the game.
I remember.
So these are the guys we have to look for to bring back. Because what I don't want to happen is this. At one time in our football, we had a German coaching the national senior team.
Yes.
We had some Dutch coaches running soccer programs for our coaches, and then we had a guy from I think was Pelarus was his name, coaching the girls. So we had 3 foreign coaches coaching something that they knew nothing about.
And we've got nationals who could do that. So you've got nationals who could do that. You've got a group to do that. I like the idea of the boys and girls, by the way.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, female soccer is big.
And you see, I'm also allow them to express themselves on the football field. This is what our football is like. We should allow people to express themselves.
Is that what you were talking about when you said earlier that we are playing like other people?
Yeah.
You say the national team is playing like other people. Elaborate on that. They don't have an identity, yes.
See, and if you don't have an identity, how can you have a structure in football? Because it means whatever your structure is to deal with other people's culture. But we have to understand that we have a way of doing things. And the world right now is like waiting for something new. I tried it in '89, and it worked. Right? And I think it's time to get it back, because I would like to see people sitting down on the edge of the seats again in football.
Yes.
Not falling asleep in the chair.
It's a comment I hear a lot of folks saying that we don't have the aggressive nature when we enter our football. There is a Calypso mentality that is one of joy, enjoyment, and a different approach that you don't see in our national team. So the minute you mentioned earlier that we seem to be playing without an identity, I understand that clearly. It was, but could it be Brazil? It could be any part of the world. Gally Cummings was there. I just want to briefly deal with some of those titles you had with Cosmos. Tell us about that. New York Cosmos.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Well, I won my second championship ring with the Cosmos in 1972. And what was amazing about that year, that was my first year joining the Cosmos. I played in Atlanta for 4 years before that. I received a ring there in 1968. And what was very significant about 1968 is that while we were practicing at Atlanta Stadium, that was they assassinated Martin Luther King that same year. And we like coming from the game, and the kids from Morehouse College were like beating in the car, put your lights on.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a sad day, you know, for football in Atlanta, even though we were we emerged champions.
Yes.
And I stayed there for 4 years, and then I moved to the New York Cosmos for 2 years. And while playing in Haiti, I know you remember the problem we had with scoring 4 or 5 times and losing the game 2-1.
Somebody wondered what the officials were thinking and what are y'all looking at? Yes, indeed. Yes.
And after that, I moved on to Mexico, Veracruz, where I stayed there for almost three years. And it went on from there. And as I said, I just couldn't understand. I can believe that when I was national coach of the strike squad, I was 34 years old.
Now, that's the last part I want to come to. Hall of Famer Gally Cummings, who's my guest here, 34. Would you believe that? Before I go back there, I do want to get into the area of the school.
Yeah.
Parents who are thinking of getting their kids involved in this, like, kind of, what is it going to cost them?
I think basically, we're going to be having like 10 sessions, 5 sessions per week, from Monday to Friday. No sessions on Saturdays and Sundays are out. Monday to Friday from 8 to 11. And it's going to go for 2 weeks at all the venues.
But the preparation for their child and so on.
All right, but basically it's like $150 a day.
Good enough. No money at all. Yeah, that's a doubles from what I found out. Almost equivalent of two.
That's basically, if they want to go on. And for schools and people like group, we'll have group rates.
Great.
Because I would love to have some schools come to the camp based on the fact that some people don't know how to finish, and if they want they want to enhance the ability of the team or college team or primary school team, they're free to come to the football finishing school and to enhance the skills of the kids.
Gally's Football Finishing School. Go up to Facebook, pull it up, and take a look at it. All right, Strike Squad. You were there, you led. We know about what happened there. We know you were very close to it. Let's talk about what you're seeing now in the players. I will never ask you or anyone to criticize, the coach. Or not, that's not the point here. The question here is from what you're seeing in the approach. Not lack of an identity. I have that. I got that. But the dedication you're seeing for the footballers, is the dedication there, and this is only a case of direction, of leadership, or is it a case of lack of direction, really, of commitment, is what I should ask from the players?
I think first, before we get into anything, I think first, you must have a proper structure in place whereby you have a national team in training at home. So you don't have to be looking outside all the time for players. Because when players come from outside, they come from different areas, different coaches, different philosophy, different styles. And then you have your own style here to deal with. So what you need to do is make it difficult for the players coming from outside to make the team here.
Gotcha.
But what is happening is that a lot of players coming from outside, they come here with this belief that their pick is secure.
Yes.
So what happens to me, who's here working every day? I should have an opportunity to
we should have a program here to develop folks here, so the guys outside, when they are chosen, know that it's a privilege to be here, and not that they're coming down because they're entitled.
And if we're going abroad to play against teams that are stronger than us, we should be more prepared. Because it's not a nice thing to see in the world news. You've been beaten that badly.
Yeah,
I don't enjoy that because when I was coaching the strike squad, I can say that I had 7 players in one team that I could have gone to get goals.
7.
And if you only have one, and that one,
all they have to do is close down the man.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I think I see something like that happening, and I think we need to go back to the day when you could have had a Leonson Lewis scoring goals, a Philbert Jones scoring goals, a Dwight York scoring goals, a Latapi scoring goals, a Jameson scoring goals, a Marvin Foster scoring goals.
Yes. Coming from all sides. By the way, listeners, that telephone number to find out more and get your children involved in Galley's Finishing School is 782 6420 782-6420. Take a note of that. This is Hall of Famer we're talking about. This is super talent we're talking about. This is the chance to get the kids 9 to 16 involved, not just boys, but boys and girls involved in a finishing school, something that will keep them occupied and teach discipline. Because that is part of what's missing in what we're dealing with today.
Very much so.
I cannot tell you the room. The room is all lit up, all bright, and so am I. It is really great to see you. It is great to see you. Thank you for your contribution. It's an NGO that you have set up. It is a finishing school for football. Galley Cummings Finishing School for Football. Hope that you have yourself a very nice day, and thank you so much for blessing us this morning.
Same to you, Rennie. Thanks a lot for having me here.
Thank you so much. The privilege is definitely ours. The honor is indeed mine to have you here. It is currently 30 minutes after 11 o'clock. What we will be doing is talking about the Employers Consultative Association, their efforts to ease the tension we have in the labor movement, in addition to getting employers more knowledgeable as what is involved in these very difficult times. Retrenchment and Severance Benefits Act is what we will be talking about equally when we come back.